ask, Coolio, are you ready?
Big Rich Music.
I'm ready.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Ways to Better Living. As always, this is your host Coolio, and bringing you another topic of discussion. And this topic will be in the line of trust. And I'm bringing this one up since it's something that it's a word people use the most. And when referring to trusting someone or not trusting someone, or depending on the way of continuation from the last one that I did the last episode of dealing with betrayal and communication. This was another one that I mentioned, so I would like to touch on it. So as you will see, the topic will be asking a question in your view of trust and how you will define it. So I'll give you some more time for you to think about your response, and then I'll come back in as I've been doing to continue in discussing. So enjoy for the moment. Let me give you some real talk this time. In the world, what you see, everyone keep on talking about the things that everyone should be doing, but when they look in the mirror, when they say they gotta put on the best suit they have, what do you put on? Let me see how you show, how you present yourself. That is the way they won't keep on talking for you to present yourself in the manner that you are. Deep inside is your suit. What do? You cover the outward to make yourself look in the manner that everyone will keep on looking and staring and thinking that you are all that. But what do you got inside? You covering that up, not even know within yourself that you're doing the very thing that you keep on doing in the world. You keep on lying to yourself, or you think you're making the difference that you say you keep on making in the world. What is the difference you make? You only go after one thing in life, and what's that? As you already know, to make your name for yourself, and that's all you care to do in this world. But yet still you don't ever sit down and understand the very things that you are yourself. So you keep on asking everyone to follow the things you do and the things that you believe in. What do you believe in? It's the things that makes who you are yourself. So keep on looking in the mirror and asking yourself, who is me? Who I and who will I? So now I let you know, you gotta check yourself before you open your mouth and keep on telling the people the things that they gotta do so that they can always make it in this world. Are you making your name to be yours? Then let me come to you with the real talk. What do you know to make the difference? So your life will be better than everyone. You feel that your life is better than. Real talk, real talk, real talk. Better days, better days. Look, the world you see, you need better days, better days, better days, better days. Let me tell you now, when looking to the sky, as I know what the future holds for a woman, kind as they keep on living in the manner that they live, crying for better days. As you see the craziness that goes on, now you wondering why it's been going this way. So you look for better
Okay, welcome back. I know that's enough time since I don't have much time in my episodes. So now, as the questions was asked, what is your definition of view of trust? How would you imply it, or as the world usually said, interpret? But in a way, to make the meaning of trust, what is it? How would you say? You would define it or put it. So, since you have time to think about it and the way you've been thinking about it and looking at it, now I will give you few things that you put it as how you will want to say you view it. And one of those is looking at someone in the form of them helping you out when you do need something. Majority of the time. Not always, but majority of the time. So this gives you the sense of trusting that person. Second way you put it is someone that always, you say, speak their mind. And even though sometimes you might not want to hear what they gotta say, but because they speak their mind, you tend to go to them. So you see them as someone you could trust in that line. Another one is if you know someone that they do things that hurt you, but not in the way that others will. So you tend to trust that person as to someone that will not intend to hurt you. So these are the few I will give. There is more that will make you look at someone and says you trust that person. But the actual, don't get me wrong, all those are there for in the line of trust. But the difference is that you do not look at it as the person you trust should never hurt you, always should be there for you, and always know your situation and the way to be able to help you directly to deal with that situation. Remember the word I'm using that's applied here, that's missing in the way you think about it. Always, in the sense always, meaning at any time. Always do not mean sometimes. Always means all the time. So, and the one other thing that I did not mention, which we've discussed, is lie. So if someone lied to you, no matter how much you say you trust that person, even if they've lied to you before, someone that you trust should not lie to you. They should be able to give you the truth at any time. So that's the difference between the way you thought about trusting someone, and it's in the line of all these things, but the thing that you do not think of as to trust itself is the always part. It's not you trust the person today when everything is good, and tomorrow when they do something wrong, you don't trust them, but then end up trusting them back. So that's not trust at all. So when you apply trust in a form of trust, you apply always, and meaning always that person never did you wrong. And in that line, if you look now to all the people you put trust in, that changes, because you will not say any of them have not done something to hurt you. So What is your definition of trust? And the reason why I asked this now and brought it up is for you to ask the next question. Should you trust your fellow man if they themselves can do things to hurt you that put your trust in them, and you say when you trust someone it's because you don't want that person to hurt you. When they do, they betray that trust. As to the last topic, betray or let you down, which trust doesn't come with those words. So ask yourself that and be able to answer it in the form of trust. Who do you trust? So with that says, we've come to the end of this topic, conclusion, as this is just for you to be able to understand what trust is, be able to apply trust in its proper place, put it in its proper place. So who do you trust?
Asking each other.
With that says, as always, this is your host Coolio saying God bless and all the best.
When I ask, what do I want? I say I want everyone to get along and make this life a better one. Is that too much to ask? I ask, you ask.